I've always wanted to do an overview of Maggid, and this is my chance. Thank you to Rabbi Shulman for sharing some of his thoughts with me many years ago. Maggid is the largest part of the Seder. It, in fact, is the real meat and potatoes of the Seder. No offense intended to Shulchan Aruch. There are 10 plagues, a cup of wine, a few good songs, and a lot of interactive fun that all can have. It starts with halachma, which is an invitation to something special. This is not your typical meal. Carries on with manish tana, which sets the stage for a question and answer format. Certainly ripe for discussion. Avadim Hayinu gives us the short answer. If we just read the first half of Avadim, we will have the answer to the story, and we will retell the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim. But if we read the second half of the paragraph, it reminds us that we need to dig deeper. Following that comes the preamble. Preamble with Maaseh Rabbi Eliezer gives the instructions how to tell, when to tell. So to tell it day and night, and tell it every day, and to tell it all night long are found there. And a reminder that we're going to be telling this story even when Mashiach comes. Next is the 4 sons, and that talks about 4 different perspectives in telling the story, and we know that if there are 4 perspectives, there are multiple perspectives that we should consider and address. And then we move on to the part between Mitchila and V'hisha Amda, which ties us to our past. It reminds us that we came from idol worshippers and we were redeemed, and also where Avraham came from, and the brit between Avraham and Hashem. We next move on to Seil Mud, which is where the story really picks up some steam. In fact, if you're looking for a shortcut, this is where you can take it, because the first few words of each paragraph really describe the story of leaving Egypt. And if you just read those, you'll be fine. But the rest of the paragraphs are the interpretation of those words. And I think it's important that you cover that as well. When we get down to the plagues and interpretations by our friends Rabbi Yosef HaGalili, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Akiva, we're getting tired, and I think we're all getting hungry at this point. But Dayenu comes, and it reminds us how grateful we are, and we should stop asking when is dinner. Rabban Gamliel reminds us to remember to discuss Pesach, Matzah, and Maror, and that we don't fulfill our obligation of retelling the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim until we've at least said those 3 words. Once again, it's those 3 words that are important. The interpretation is a bonus, and that comes with the remainder of the paragraphs. We then say B'chol Dor Vador, which reminds us we need to tell this story of Yetziat Mitzrayim in first person, as if we left Egypt. And then we say a few paragraphs of Hallel. We have our second cup of wine, and we are there. But remember, it's the journey through Maggid that fulfills our mitzvah to tell the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim. We will get to the destination of freedom in Shulchan Aruch, so take your time. As it says in Avadim Hayinu, anyone who adds to the telling of the story of the Exodus from Egypt, he is praiseworthy. Chag Kasher B'Sameach, and have a wonderful Seder.